Need more happiness and joy in your life? Who doesn't, right? Well, stick around because in this video, I'm going to show you what works for me and what has worked for countless others as well. Happy New Year and welcome back to Next Phase Navigation. Let's start by asking a question, and I want you to be honest with yourself. If doing more of what makes you happy will make you even happier, why aren't you doing it? I mean, you likely know what you enjoy, what makes you feel alive. You just don't do it. You don't schedule it. So stick with me because by the end of this video, you'll see how to put that joy back into your own life. Here's the cost to you if nothing changes. It's going to be another year, potentially another busy year, but a wasted one in which you'll have less energy. And you'll be lying to yourself that your real life, the life you imagine enjoying, will eventually happen someday. Hey, that's not just unfortunate, it's a slow erosion of your own life. I think part of the problem is that many people think the solution to the problem is somehow finding the time to add something fun to their life. But what if the real problem is how completely your life has been taken over by the phrase that starts with, "but I have to"? Yes, work and responsibilities have to be seen to. Even in retirement, you can be kept busy by responsibilities. And then there's people's expectations of us. Check out my video on setting boundaries in retirement. The link is up there, I believe. And joy? Well, joy waits patiently, maybe forever, while being constantly put off by what you feel you should be doing. Somewhere along the line, we learned that being responsible meant being serious, being productive, that play was childish, that fun somehow had to justify itself or be earned. Does that sound familiar to you? Now, living like this means sacrificing your time, and sacrificing your time means sacrificing your life. Brene has done some interesting research on this, and it's very clear that play is essential for all of us, even adults, maybe especially adults. It's not optional. It's directly tied to creativity, to resilience, to emotional health, and to meaning and purpose in life. Most adults don't stop playing because they don't have the time. They stop because play feels unproductive. And being unproductive feels wrong to a lot of us. It makes us feel guilty. But a life without play doesn't make us responsible. It makes us brittle. And if you're retired, well, you really have no excuse for not finding the time to do what makes you happy. So how do you bring back joy without blowing up your life or ignoring your responsibilities? Well, don't overhaul everything. That's a sure way to fail. What you do is you start by experimenting. And here's the challenge I want to put before you for 2026. Do more of what makes you feel alive. Not what impresses you, not what impresses others, not what is efficient, not what is productive. What makes you feel alive. And if you don't know what that is, well, that's pretty normal, to be honest. So start with clues. What did you love doing when you were a child before usefulness took over your life? What do you catch yourself wishing you were doing instead of working or fulfilling other responsibilities? What are you curious about, but keep saying, well, I'll do that someday? And then try something with no requirement that it turn into anything, with no requirement that it even succeeds. Join a group, learn a musical instrument, write a book, write a poem, take up a sport or a hobby. And if it doesn't make you happy, perfect. You learned something. This isn't a pass-fail. This is collecting data to help you navigate your life. Here's why most people never do this. They're afraid of failing, or afraid of becoming someone different from who they are, even though they want to be. They're afraid that they're going to be thought of as someone that chooses themselves, that is selfish, They're afraid they're going to be someone that stops asking permission from whoever you're supposed to ask permission from. They're afraid of becoming someone who no longer confuses usefulness with purpose in life. Hey, this is your life. You're already at the controls. The question is, are you awake at the controls and directing your life, or are you on autopilot? Here's what's on the other side. Not necessarily constant happiness, something that I think is better. Fulfillment. The steady sense that this life is yours, that it fits you, that your days belong to you again. That's not indulgence, that's alignment. Alignment with your highest values. And if you want help figuring out what this looks like, or navigating the resistance that shows up when you try to do this, well, that's exactly what I do. I'm a certified life coach, a best-selling author, and a longtime instructor who helps people chart a meaningful next phase of life, whether you're in retirement, approaching it, or just want more from your life. If you're ready to move from obligation to fulfillment, reach out to me at the email address in the description below. Let's chart your course intentionally. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.